Some people were saying I needed to watch out or CPS were gonna come take my kids because my house is a mess. This is my house. It is extremely messy. Between losing a job, falling into depression, raising 4 boys, running a business with my husband, I am just spent. I am doing 1 room a day. Today is the kitchen. I didn't set a timer. I didn't really set anything. I know what my list is, so I'm kind of just getting started. Getting everything off the floor first. I know that's usually the last thing to do. I just wanted to do it first to get everything out of the way as I'm walking through stuff and tracking it. I know a lot of people in comments have said kids need to help out. They do. They go to school full-time, the teenagers, and they have extracurriculars. One of them has a job as well. It's really about them managing their own spaces. Their spaces are not that bad. They're, typical teenager rooms. I really get on top of them with making sure they take their trash out. They don't leave food stuff in there and they take their cups and plates out. On the subject of kids, again, oh my gosh, the people leaving comments saying CPS are gonna come get me or I need to call CPS on myself is actually comical.
Mama J isn't happy with the state her home has ended up in.
I think you're confusing a messy house with living in squalor. If you'll find out as we do these videos, I don't have food trash around the place. I don't have a lot of that going on. Toilets are actually very clean. The bathrooms are actually very clean and upkept. It's just the normal day-to-day. The dishes are usually done by my oldest son. He takes the trash out when it's needed to as well. And then my stepson, he does take out the litter boxes and handles the animals. So a lot of that is them, helping out in their own way. I also did want to say that I am so surprised and so shocked at the amount of support that I have received. Yes, there's some negative, but it's like 95% positive. You guys are just really rocking it from the comments and the messages. It's so inspiring. 1, for people to just motivate me and tell me, that I can do this. And 2, so many people have reached out saying that they felt this way. They live in a depression house or they find it's hard to find motivation. And some are wondering how I started.
Other people in a similar situation wanted some advice.
Honestly, I just started. I looked up and I said, I don't want this anymore. This is not how we used to live. This is not how we always lived. We used to, like I said, we used to entertain all the time. That's my goal is, within a month's time is to have all this done. And I'm doing a room a day. I know some rooms might take more than a day. In this kitchen, I'm really just doing high-level cleaning, counters, everything else, the floors, dishes, just really doing that. I do know that I'm gonna have to come in and do a deep clean on the stove, a deep clean on the fridge, and then reorganize the pantry. I also need to reorganize my cabinets. They're not executed the best they can be. That's another day, another task. Right now, I just want it to look clean. I want it to be clean, look clean, and just free of clutter. So I am completely fine with trashing stuff. No sentimental value to a lot of things in the house. I know a lot of people have said, oh wow, you're looking like a hoarder. Keep in mind, hoarding is actually its own mental illness, and that's when people associate items to specific events or times when they have they're tied to it emotionally. This is not a hoarder situation. This is not that.
She says that her mental health is the cause of the mess.
I don't want to say it's laziness. It's, again, not making excuses. I fell into a deep depression. And like I said, that was a few weeks ago that it got really bad. But before that, keep in mind, we were busy. We were a busy household. The kitchen would look, we'd have a little bit of clutter. We'd throw the mail down there, we'd come in with groceries and put the frozen stuff away, and then the other groceries would just sit there, for a few hours and then need to be put away, but nothing that's too crazy. This just got this way. We have 6 people in this house. Go a few weeks without cleaning, go a few weeks without picking stuff up, and this is what it looks like. So tomorrow I'm gonna work on the room behind where the camera is right now. That's our little dining nook section. Really want to work on getting this whole area clean. The problem is when you have an open floor layout, everything just kind of blends together. So I really just needed to break up the room. I like to vacuum the floors. Again, I feel like it just helps really pick everything up in all the nooks and crannies. Then I like to use this new mop. I love this mop system, you guys. The clean water and dirty water separate so much better. I don't have to mop as much. Yes, I'm gonna do an initial mop. I boiled some water, put in some Mr. Clean, smells amazing, and then just really gonna give it a good once over.
The kitchen is already looking so much better.
Once I'm done doing that and doing the other rooms, because it's all tiled downstairs, what I will do is come in and do another mopping and then a steam mopping as well on all of the spaces. I feel like I did pretty well today. This all in all was just about over an hour to get everything cleaned off. I'm looking forward to keeping it clean and having the whole family keep it clean. My youngest son actually asked if he can help out tomorrow, so yay, progress. Today is the bathroom. Started by getting up all the clothes out of the bathroom and took them away, put them outside, and they will go in the next load. Some people were saying I needed to watch out, or CPS were gonna come take my kids because my house is a mess. Listen, there's not food trash everywhere, there's not animal feces everywhere, there's nothing of that nature. This is I was depressed, I let things get too far, I let things get too bad. This did happen in the course of about a month, maybe 5 weeks, and we have 6 people living in this house. 4 of those are boys, 2 teenagers and 2 under 12. Things got messy. You know, they've always been fed and well clothed without wearing messy clothes or dirty clothes. Things of that nature have always happened. It's just been, you know, well, we wash clothes the day before they go to school or wash clothes for the week, and that's what they have. They wear uniforms, so it was always easy to keep that up.
People really thought she should lose her kids over a little mess.
I don't wish this on anyone. There have been people that left such negative comments or just saying it's lazy, saying this and that, and it's not laziness. This isn't laziness. Depression is a real thing, and if you fall into depression, you know, it's not something to joke about. I'm finally to a spot now after dealing with my psychiatrist and therapist, and I'm where I can get better. I'm where I know that I can take day by day and get things back to where they need to be. My house has never been like this. It's never been this bad. This is an extreme circumstance. Like I said, we have 4 boys. My husband runs a business. I just lost my job. I'm out there now, just like I'm trying to get the house back in order. Now I'm trying to get, you know, my career back in order. I had a very high level executive position, and that's what I'm reaching back out for. And to all those people who said I may have lost my job because my house was a mess and said that that would be a reflection upon me at work, no, not at all. The company I worked for was sold. There was a merger. They didn't keep any of the people above mid-level employees, so no, not at all. I'm just doing the shower and getting things done. I was using just a magic eraser and a lot of the cleaning materials that I had on hand.
She's making short work of this bathroom.
This room actually took me about 30 minutes to do. It's a very small room, but I wanted to be a little bit thorough, at least on the toilet and the shower. I do know that I will come back in and mop and get a little bit harder. I took the mat out too, and this broom, don't worry about it. This is our garage and outdoor broom. I also use it for the bathrooms because it's gross. You know, that way I don't have to worry about this being in the kitchen or anywhere else that we are. This is just for the bathrooms and outside. I'm also gonna come in here with a Swiffer, a wet Swiffer, just to kind of get any of the crud off the ground, give a little bit more of any of the loose particles that didn't get picked up by the broom, and get that. Now I'm just letting something sit along sides of the toilet and then just wiping everything off. Unfortunately, the video I did do of cleaning off the sink didn't get filmed. I guess I'm not that great of a content creator yet. Like I said, this was not meant to be something to be shared with everyone. This was more so something for myself. But I'm very proud of what I'm doing, what I'm accomplishing. I know it's just one room. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not the true deep clean that it needs to be. I do have things in this room that I'm going to be doing, like updating it, painting it, etc., just to make it better.
She has great plans for how she wants her home to look.
And here I am just doing a final wipe down of just a few things, a few baseboard spots that I missed, the extra toilet paper roll holder. We have 2 in there. It's weird, don't ask me why. And then just another little finishing touch of wiping things off, taking off my gloves, spraying with disinfectant spray, and then final touch of just putting that little dab in the toilet, putting some soap up, and there we go. I was lucky that my oldest son saw me about to clean the dining room and said, you know what, Mama, I'll try to do it. And I said, okay, that's fine. I didn't give him too much direction, just said clean the dining room, focus on the dining room, clean it top to bottom, we'll go from there. I was just happy to have some help that I didn't even ask for it. He just decided to do it. So while he was doing this, I was upstairs doing some laundry. We're actually leaving today to go out of town for spring break. It's their spring break week. He really went to town on cleaning these chairs top to bottom, probably the best cleaning they've had since we've had them. They've been like our temporary dining room table. So my kids do help out. This is my oldest, he's usually a really good helper. If I ask him to do something, he will do it. You know, he's the one, he usually takes out the trash on a regular basis. His room's pretty tidy as well. And he helps out, he helps cooking, he helps with a lot of things. He's a junior in high school. He's doing really well. He has a lot of extracurricular activities and like 3 clubs at school, you know, so he's definitely really busy, but he will still ask to help out. There's a little kitten making an appearance as well. There's another one hiding underneath the table. They definitely always want to see what we are doing. Just want to say how good this feels to know that this is getting done. It feels weird because I did want to do it myself. I was set up to do it, had everything already set up, ready to go, but I'm never going to turn down help especially from my family members. Thank you guys so much for motivating me and also now motivating my son to help out around the house. So we'll have to make sure that we put some good plans in place for progress moving forward and for keeping everything tidy.
Her home is already looking so much better. In the comments, people wanted to show their support for her, with one person saying, "We can see you have a beautiful home, and I also live in a depression home. It's very hard to find motivation. Huge well done on starting and sharing with us. It helps others to feel motivated." While another person said, "I love that your son wants to help. Teach your kids to clean too. As adults, they will thank you." As always, thanks for watching Happiest. If you liked this video, then be sure to follow our other social pages for more like this. And of course, if you have any of your own videos that you'd like to share with us, be sure to send them in.